guys, Triforce the Doom here, and you may be wondering what you're looking at, and well, to help introduce the idea, I have a guest with me. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I have my mom with me. For Mother's Day upload, figured I'd do something I've seen other people do, because it just seemed like a fun, cute idea. Have my mom guess the names of characters from Super Smash Bros. On that note, do you remember what Super Smash Bros. Is?
Not particularly.
Okay, it is a massive crossover game using, like, franchises from all throughout video games.
Okay.
That's why I said earlier that you'd probably know some of them.
Okay, at least a few.
Yeah, because this game has, in effect, when I was prepping this whole slideshow, it has in effect about 100 characters.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because this is the one that brought in, like, all the playable characters from all the previous installments plus some new ones.
Okay, alright.
So, on that note, might as well just get started with what I assume should be an easy one.
Mario. Got
Yes.
that one. Yay!
Yeah, the game is published by Nintendo. It's mostly Nintendo crossover, though. It's only the last 3 games that started introducing other companies.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Zelda and Link.
Just Link.
Just Link. Okay, just 2 versions of Link.
Yeah, I did it like this because I figured having both his more well-known outfit and his current outfit would be a good way to present it.
Okay, got it.
Because, yeah, that's his outfit from the recent games.
Yeah, I remember the Link because we made that as a costume one year for one of you guys.
Yeah, that does not surprise me that we did that for Halloween once.
Yeah, from Halloween. Ooh. Not Iron Man.
Nope.
No. At a loss of this one.
This is Samus Aran, or Samus Aran, it depends on who you talk to for how it's pronounced, but she's a spacefaring bounty hunter.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from the franchise called Metroid. It's called that because that's the name of the crazy aliens that she's tasked with killing. They're like they're energy suckers.
All right.
But yeah, so fun part is she's effectively half bird alien because of her backstory. I'll go into the backstory with a later character.
Okay. Her evil twin?
Pretty much. This is Dark Samus from Metroid Prime. It depends on who you talk to on that. The reason for that is because, Dark Samus is basically a clone of Samus created from evil alien DNA that latched onto her.
So I was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hell-bent on basically causing genocide.
Okay. I know this one. As soon as you say it, I'm going to know it. You just did it. Right there. Give me a hint with the first letter.
Why?
Yogi.
No, this is Yoshi.
Yoshi. I was close. I knew what I meant.
I know where you got Yugi from, because that's the main character of an anime that I used to watch that I still play the card game of.
Okay. The pink thing, it's, I know this one. This is actually really silly. This is, first letter again?
K.
I can't come up with the name.
This is Kirby.
Kirby, yes, thank you.
Yeah, which I've definitely mentioned this on my channel before, but yeah, my history with Kirby is I actually first discovered him via Smash Brothers, because he was my main in the second game.
Okay.
And then you got me his game on the DS a bit later.
Uh-huh. Evil Fox thing.
Well, I mean, you said his name in there. His name is Fox McCloud.
Okay!
And he's not evil. He's actually a good bounty hunter who's constantly trying to stop an evil scientist. Because even though he keeps killing the scientists, they keep redoing that plotline every game. Poor Star Fox, it does not get respect.
Not Kirby, that is... It starts with a P.
It does start with a P, yes.
With a P. Why am I not doing very well in this game? Second letter?
I.
I've lost my words.
Pikachu. Also, I know where you were getting at with those early comments. Kirby is his own franchise, actually. He's separate from Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Although I myself made that mistake when I was like 8.
Luigi.
Yep. If you're wondering about the order of these are in the official fighter number order that the creator Sakurai put them in. Basically, the order they were introduced to the Smash Bros. Series.
All right.
Well, Dark Samus is a bit interesting because she's an Echo, which is an official clone character. So she's like the number with the epsilon symbol. It's weird.
Okay. Dora the Explorer's cousin?
I see why you would say that, but no, this is Ness. He's from Earthbound, a game not many people knew about at the time. See, he's one of the somewhat more obscure Nintendo characters.
Okay.
Because he was back on the Super Nintendo.
Alright. No clue.
Captain Falcon.
Okay.
He's the main character of a racing game. That they made up his moveset entirely for Smash Bros. Because it kind of had to, and it made him an absolute glorious character. He has a move called the Falcon Punch, where she charges up, then punches you, and you just see a giant fire explosion in the shape of a bird.
Oh.
It's great.
See that little one?
If you want a good hint, you could probably get the name just by looking at them.
Curly?
Okay, but it's a bit more elaborate than that, but...
It's cute.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Jigglypuff. The balloon Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah, Jigglypuff did not help my misconception about Kirby when I first got into Smash Bros, and you can see why. I legit thought they were like the same family of Pokemon for a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, Kirby's his own franchise.
That is not Daisy. That is... It's the princess.
If you want a good hint, color of her dress could be a good hint there.
Pinky?
No,
Pink Princess? I know her because I've seen her on the games, but I can't think of her name.
Princess Peach.
Princess Peach, alright. It's more pink than peach in that color.
Yeah, but, and fun thing is, back in the early days, she was actually known as Princess Toadstool because she was the ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom. It was all, I believe it was always Peach in Japan, and they just end up changing it over here eventually.
Yeah, it was one of your dad's favorite characters to drive in Mario Kart.
Yeah, she was his go-to in Mario Kart. Yeah.
It's another princess, but I don't know her name right off.
If you want a hint, there's a very good hint in her character design.
Last one was Princess Peach. This one looks like Princess Orange.
Funny thing is, you said her name earlier. This is Daisy.
Oh, this is Daisy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Note the flower-shaped brooch.
Well. Starts with a B. It is Bowser.
Yes. Fun thing is, he's also currently the president of Nintendo of America. I'm not joking. That's the last name of the current president of Nintendo of America.
Hey. Fitting for his job description.
Yeah, they have made jokes about it.
Oh, little Eskimo peoples.
That word is not exactly kosher nowadays.
Good point. Good point. Thank you for correcting me. Little people in fuzzy outfits. With snowshoes, and they obviously are in some type of snow.
Yeah, I will say this, for what their name would be, it's very much a what do they look like.
Little dolls.
These are ice climbers.
Okay.
They do each have their own individual names. You've got Nana and you've got Popo. Whether they're siblings or a couple or whatever is very much up in the air. They had one game back on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay.
So, they are old characters.
Okay.
They're really fun in Smash Bros. You control Popo in the lead unless you choose certain costumes or Santa, because they did do that. But, and like basically you control one and the other falls behind and basically does the attack you do at a slight delay to make for interesting combo game.
seen this one before.
You definitely have it with the games I play.
Yeah. Not Link. We've done Link. I wonder if it's the same game though.
Same series, yes.
Same series. Oh, I was right. Oh my.
Yeah, they only showed up in like one proper game,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for any name here.
This is Sheik of the Sheikah tribe.
Okay.
The reason for that name I will explain it very quickly. But yeah, this is Sheik of the Sheikah tribe. They are a ninja, basically, so that's fun.
Zelda?
Yes.
Hey!
This is specifically like a slightly adapted design from her look in Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds.
Alright.
Because Zelda is a like multiple generations type game, each Zelda is different type thing.
Okay.
So they just went for like, so Sakurai decided to go for like one of the more cuter designs for Ultimate. Yeah, back in Melee it was Ocarina of Time, and in Brawl and Smash 4 it was Twilight Princess Zelda. And back to Sheik real quick, Sheik was actually Zelda in disguise back in Ocarina of Time.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that was like a big twist back then.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, basically, she went in disguise so that Ganondorf couldn't find her.
Dr. Mario.
Yes. Yeah, they just took his look from the puzzle game and made it his own character with slightly different properties.
The character.
Yeah. I believe originally he was going to be a costume in Melee back when Dr. Mario was put in, but Sakurai had some extra time and tweaked him, and then he became his own character slot.
Alright.
That's how a lot of the like clone characters happened.
Alright. Not Kirby.
Nope.
Not Pikachu. Baby Pikachu.
I'll take that. This is Pichu, but Pikachu's baby Pokemon evolution.
Okay.
Like literally, if you starting with Gen 2 onward, if you get an egg from a Pikachu, this is what you get.
Yay!
But yeah, Pichu. It's adorable, and it also hurts itself with its own electricity because it can't handle it. That's an actual thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Which made him absolutely a joke character in Melee, like on purpose. Sakurai made him as a let's make a purposely weak character, and then he was brought back in Ultimate because all of the characters came back. And then he was godlike at launch.
Aww.
Yeah, Pichu was disgustingly good at launch.
Okay.
It was hilarious seeing that. That was my stomach. I don't know why it made that noise, but it did.
Ooh. The mascot from my high school?
If you want a good help with guessing the name, he's from the same franchise as Fox.
Falcon?
Close enough, he's Falco.
Okay.
Falco Lombardi. He's the ace pilot of the crew.
I'm doing better than I thought I was.
And also a bit of an asshole.
Okay.
He's the cocky one.
Gotta have one.
Yep. So, I do not expect you to get characters from this franchise at all, but, like, I have hints in mind for some of them.
Okay.
His name's a little similar to the month of the year.
The current month or a different month?
Different month.
Different month. Can you give me a season?
I mean, it would be this season, actually.
Okay, well, if you said sounds like the month, though, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see. Marjo?
Right month, wrong name. Marth.
Marth, okay.
Yeah, he was the very first Lord character in Fire Emblem, back on the Famicom, the Japanese NES. We didn't actually get these games until the GBA.
What's the GBA game?
Game Boy Advance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, brain automatically goes acronym.
It's alright, I do it in my line of work.
So yeah, his games were Japan only until the DS remake of one of them. But yeah, he was like the first character of the franchise, so that he's been in Smash Bros. Ever since the franchise was introduced in. Which we actually got these characters in Smash Bros. Before we got their games.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, because we got him and a character from the last Japan only one, and then we got the game after that over here.
Oh, we had to prove we liked the
Yeah,
characters.
we had to wait until the 7th game in the franchise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're currently yeah, we're currently 14 games in.
Wow.
Mainline games are spin-offs. Her name's a bit more unique. I'm actually not sure how to do a hint for her.
Okay.
But she is actually from the for the first Fire Emblem I bought. Funny enough.
Yeah.
I'll just let you guess. What do you think her name is?
Warrior Purple?
I obviously it's not that, but her name is Lucina, and the reason she's right after Marthier and thus his Echo character is in Fire Emblem Awakening, her game, her whole thing is she is the daughter of the main lord of that game who travels in time back to the past to save everyone's life, but to keep the secret that she's from the future, she disguises herself as Marth for a bit.
Alright.
Yeah. Most of the Fire Emblems are disconnected, but some do take place in the same timeline.
Okay.
That sword that I forget if it's the same, it's not the same design now, but that's the Falchion. It's like a super iconic sword.
Okay. Not Link. Which game?
Ocarina of Time.
I should know this one because you guys play this all the time.
Yes.
I should. I can't come up with the name.
Young Link.
Young Link.
Yeah.
You should have told me I was close. Come on.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, so yeah, the whole thing with Ocarina of Time is you start as Young Link, and then at some point, and then once you pull the Master Sword, you get thrown 7 years into the future.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
So the name Young Link actually spawned from Smash because he was just Link back in Ocarina of Time, obviously.
Yeah.
But they had to make a difference for when they put him in.
Okay.
But the thing is, this Young Link has fire arrows in Smash Bros, which is fun.
All right.
And also one of the most disappointing final smashes.
Oh.
So the final smashes were something from Brawl onward, which is basically the character's ultimate attack. You break a glowing version of the Smash Bros logo, and then you can just push a button to fire off a big fuck off attack.
Okay.
So Link back in Brawl got the Triforce Slash. Hit you with a beam of light, trap you between two Triforces, and then just slash the hell out of you.
Okay.
Every Link got this, which is disappointing for Young Link because he got his own sequel game where you wear transforming masks, and that would have made for a great super. I will always be salty about that.
I can tell. Ooh. Does not look like a good guy.
He is not, no.
Not a good guy. Bad guy. Any hints?
I did actually end up saying his name earlier, funny enough.
No guess.
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf.
The main villain of Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
Or at least the human version. The main villain overall is known as Ganon, but this is what he is when he's in human form.
Okay. That doesn't look very human.
So his human form is a Gerudo, a desert person. The red hair is like the usual tell of that.
Okay.
But, so, yeah, he was actually Ganondorf specifically was introduced, funny enough, also in Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Before that, he was always just like a pig demon known as Ganon.
Alright.
The pig demon form still does show up every so often.
Alright.
In fact, it's his final smash.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. This is one of the more iconic Pokemon.
Alright. I recognize it, I just don't know its name at all.
Do you want to guess at all? Or...
Looks like a squirrel a little bit.
More people equate it to a cat, funny enough.
Oh, okay. I can see cat now that you said that. I can jokingly say Meow Mix.
Funny enough, that first syllable was sort of close. This is Mewtwo.
Mewtwo.
He is a man-made clone of the legendary Pokemon Mew.
Okay.
Yeah, he was created by, like, the first game's evil team, and he was not very happy with his circumstances.
Okay.
There was a whole movie about it. It was something. The main character was petrified for a good minute. But yeah, he is he was basically the first legendary in Pokemon that people really knew about. Like, there was also the legendary birds in that generation, but this is the one everyone talked about. You couldn't even catch Mew itself proper. Like, it was not in the game proper. You had to, like, hack to get OG Mew.
Okay.
Yeah, you could only catch Mewtwo. Now, his name's actually pretty simple, and is a name you'd actually hear around town if you know, like, if you just asked random people what their name was, possibly.
Well, Smith? Jones?
No,
First names?
it is a first name, and it would be, it would start with an R.
Robert?
No, this is Roy.
Roy. Okay.
Yeah, his sword sets on fire.
His sword goes on fire?
Yes!
That'd be terrifying.
I forget if it actually does that in his proper game, because the fun thing is, you know how I mentioned in the first Smash Bros. We didn't get Fire Emblems until after that?
Mm-hmm.
So because his game got delayed, Japan didn't either. His was Fire Emblem 6, the last Japan-only game, and his game got delayed, causing Smash Bros. Melee to come out before it.
Ah.
So, Sakurai had to very much go off prototypes for him, so his Smash Bros. Incarnation is actually personality-wise different from his Iron Cannon version, funny enough.
Alright.
But yeah, so Sakurai made his sword go on fire for certain attacks, it's great. I will say this is actually the father of Lucina.
Okay.
His name sounds similar to a color.
Yor?
No, it starts with C.
C. Is it a shade of blue?
No.
C. Probably start with C. I'm only thinking of objects and like carrots and I am at a loss.
This is Crom.
Okay.
You can see with a color.
Yep, I do now.
Yeah,
Yep.
but yeah. Yeah, he is the prince of, I believe the country name was Evilly, but I might be misremembering. It's been a while since I played the game.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a bit of a dork, which is glorious.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a fun lord character. They're the official name for the like princes and whatever that you get as your main characters is lord. That's the usual like classification.
Okay.
Because the characters, it's a strategy series, so every character has their own class, and lord is the usual main character one. This is probably the oldest. This is one of the oldest characters on this list.
Shadow Dude?
No, so fun thing is, he's actually just straight up named after the device he was on. He is Mr. Game & Watch.
Game & Watch?
Yes, Game & Watch. Before even the Nintendo Entertainment System, you know those, like, LED game things you could get at, like, McDonald's back then? Nintendo made those, and those were the Game & Watch. This is, in Smash Bros., Sakurai basically took those games and turned them all into a character.
Okay.
Hence, Mr. Game & Watch.
Mr. Game & Watch, alright.
And the fun part is he moves at about the amount of frames you'd expect from that. It's hilarious.
Huh.
He is actually from Kirby, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah. Huh. Any hints?
The first letter of his name is actually on his shoulder.
M.
Got nothing?
Got nothing.
This is Meta Knight.
Man, okay.
He is the sort of rival, sort of mentor to Kirby. It depends on the game because, you know, as the plots go and all. But, you know, he's a very skilled swordsman with that sword there being Galaxia. To the point where a common thing that happened to him in his playable instances was having to fight Galacta Knight, the other legendary swordsman of the universe. he's so much of an honorable swordsman that whenever you end up fighting him as a boss fight, he will throw a sword at Kirby for Kirby to wield.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You can actually knock it away in most games to initiate the fight anyways if you want to do it without Sword Kirby, but it's a thing he does. He's a very much a fan favorite character for good reason. Also, in his earlier voiced incarnations in the anime and in Smash Bros. Brawl, he had a Spanish accent.
Oh.
Yeah. I will give you the hint. His name, actually, funny enough, has some relation to cherries. It's not the thing they were going for with his name, but it's where it's the best hint I've got.
Cherries, huh? Rainier?
Nope. Pit.
Pit, okay.
Yeah. He's an angel and captain of the guard of character whose name I am not saying yet.
Okay.
His game, Kid Icarus, was originally on the NES and was actually made by the same team that made Metroid, funny enough. It was also known for being very, very, very hard.
Okay.
To the point where we got a game on the original black and white Game Boy, and then didn't get another game until the 3DS.
Wow, that is a ways.
And I want a sequel and or port of that 3DS game so badly. It's so good. It gave the characters so much life, and it was also, funny enough, made by Sakurai. So the guy that made Smash Bros. Made his most recent game.
Alright.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if if him putting Pit in Smash Bros. Brawl helped incentivize him to make Kid Icarus Uprising. Funny enough, because the game was called Kid Icarus, he was actually called Icarus in an old TV show.
Okay. This looked like his arch nemesis.
I'm more like arch rival.
Any hints for the name?
You already know half of it.
Arch nemesis?
No. It's very simple. A similar naming scheme to another character earlier.
There's been so many characters already. You didn't give me a cheat sheet here. This isn't fair. Anti-Pit?
Close. Dark Pit.
Dark Pit.
Yeah, so the big thing with that, a lot of evil clones, although he became more of an anti-hero because he was still an evil clone of Pit, who is the goodest boy.
Okay.
Like, Pit is such an innocent kid that when they went and formed an evil version of him from a mirror, the evil version was more just a bit of a dick.
Okay.
Which is hilarious. But yeah, so the big thing there, so a lot of evil clones in Japan had the prefix black, which obviously would not fly over here.
No.
So they changed that to dark over here.
Okay. Dark Pit. Got it.
Yeah, with that staff he's wielding even being called the Dark Pit Staff.
Okay.
Because Kid Icarus Uprising had a bunch of weapons you could equip, and so, of course, a lot of the named characters had weapons named after them. We've actually seen this character before in a different outfit.
I like the outfit. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Don't remember the character.
This is Zero Suit Samus.
Alright.
Yeah, so that orange armored bounty hunter from earlier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is her without the armor on.
Alright.
Yeah. Most games, this is just her in her, like, weakest stage, but funny enough, like, Zero Suit's usually better than normal Samus in Smash, just because of how agile she is.
Okay.
On that note, back in the original Metroid on NES, her beating a girl was a plot twist that you got by beating the game really fast.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was just common knowledge. The heels, I believe, were an addition new to Smash.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight in heels.
They are rocket boots, though.
Still wouldn't want to fight in heels.
Fair.
Waluigi or something close to that.
Sadly, Waluigi himself is not playable, but this is Wario.
Wario, okay.
Yeah.
I was close-ish.
Yeah, those two are together a lot in the spin-off, so that's fair.
Okay.
But yeah, he is basically just the sort of evil Mario who just kind of became his own thing later on. He even has his own game series now.
Oh, wow.
In fact, two of them, Wario Land and WarioWare. One's a platformer, the other's a minigame collection. But yes, the whole thing with the Wa in those names, Wario and Waluigi, Wa basically means bad in Japanese, so their names literally are puns of like Bad Mario and Bad Luigi.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the reason for the two outfits is like, you know, his OG appearance or like his appearance in Mario spin-offs and then his appearance in WarioWare.
Okay.
The WarioWare one's actually his default. It was just interesting trying to get... It was very interesting trying to get transparent of the Mario look. Because it wasn't in the folder for some reason. So, your hint here, the name he goes by is a code name, and it is an animal.
Probably not simple like wolf.
It is actually about that simple, but it is not wolf.
Bear?
No. One thing that could also help with figuring out what type of animal, he is a spy. Like
Ninja.
That's not it.
That's not an animal. Panther?
No, this is Snake.
Snake, okay.
I do not want to say this for certain because the plot of his series is insane, and I know I would probably get this wrong, but like, the one codename most people would know him by is Solid Snake because there's a bunch of different snakes in the franchise.
Okay.
But again, it's so complicated that I might be wrong that about this being Solid Snake. It's that crazy.
Alright.
But yeah, his series is Metal Gear / Metal Gear Solid because like you had the old Metal Gear games on Nintendo and they had the Metal Gear Solid games on PlayStation.
Okay.
So he's mostly known as a PlayStation character, but his creator, Kojima, almost said the wrong name. But yeah, Kojima actually asked Sakurai to put him in Smash as a favor to a friend.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's cool facts.
Yeah, so he was actually the first revealed third-party character in Smash. Yeah, he was... So yeah, back in Smash Bros. Brawl, we had two third-party characters, and he was the first one revealed to be non-Nintendo. Which is hilarious to think about when you have Super, Spy, all about military and how corrupt it is type series. And here's Pikachu! Smash is fun. Also, he in the games he uses guns a lot and stuff, but back in Smash Bros. Brawl, that wouldn't have fly-ons, so he just uses grenades and the like.
The what?
He just uses bombs and such, because those are, you know, less inherently violent in video game spheres, so, yeah, he doesn't actually use guns in Smash.
Okay.
He will CQC your ass, though. These are the same character at different points in time.
Right. I figured out when you gave me two of them, that's the case.
Yeah. Ooh, here's a good hint. His name is also, funny enough, the part of the name of a candy.
Is it a candy I like?
I forget if you like the candy, but as a candy, I'm pretty sure you still know.
Alright, It's a lot of candies.
Can't make it too easy.
Yeah, no kidding. Mike and Ike?
It is in that one, yes. Which one do you think it is?
Tamale?
No, I'm saying it's either Mike or Ike.
We'll go with Ike.
Correct.
Hey!
Yeah, he is, I forget his full backstory because I haven't played his games because these games were released a little before Fire Emblem really got popular over here, so, and were also released, and the first game was also released on the GameCube, meaning it is expensive as hell to buy!
Okay.
But, his basic backstory is he is the leader of a mercenary band whose father was killed, and his story has to go from there with stopping effectively a race war, if I recall.
Okay.
Fire Emblem gets into some serious shit.
Yeah, sounds like it.
He's also the heavy hitter of the Fire Emblem characters, for he is very beefy, and his sword is called Ragnail. It's fun. This name is so simple, you're gonna laugh.
Yeah. It's from Pokemon, I know that much.
Yes.
First letter?
P.
Peter?
Pokemon Trainer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, so these are just the, characters you could be in, one half of them is the character you could be in the very first Pokemon. Default name Red, but you can name them whatever the hell you wanted. But yeah, you have Red and you have Leaf.
Okay.
Because he told that because he was the main character of Pokemon Red and Blue.
Okay.
Or Red and Green if you're in Japan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, well, that's where the Leaf comes from, funny enough, because the remakes on Game Boy Advance were called Fire Red and Leaf Green, to go off the Japanese names.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got Red, you got Blue for the rival character, and Leaf for the female character who only really ever shows up as her own character in later installments.
Okay.
Including the remake on Switch, where she shows up pissed that you caught Mewtwo before her. And how they're a playable character is they have 3 Pokemon themselves.
It's a turtle.
Ye-
I don't know the turtle's name, but it's cute.
Squirtle!
Squirtle, okay.
Yeah, a lot of the Pokemon names are about that simple.
Okay.
They really are.
Oh. Well, he's not from How to Train Your Dragon, but he kind of looks like it.
Funny enough, he's actually a bit more related to dinosaurs in a way.
Huh. Dino Flower?
Honestly, just change up some of that and switch it around. You have it, Ivysaur.
Ivysaur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Squirtle is the first evolution. Ivysaur is its second evolution.
Okay.
This one goes Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur.
Okay.
Yeah. You got your water type, your grass type, and the fire type.
Oh. Dragon.
Funny enough, not actually dragon type, which confused so many people.
Yeah, looks dragon to me.
They had dragon types in Gen 1, but he wasn't dragon type. He's fire flying.
Fire flying, huh? Yeah, 'cause he's not breathing fire. He's got fire.
Well, he does breathe fire. That's the other thing.
Oh,
Because fire type, so he is a fire type.
he's a fire type.
Yeah.
I have no clue what he's be called.
Charizard. Yes, again, the names are that glorious. Yeah. For him, you had Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard.
Charizard, okay.
Yeah.
Which is what the people he hates are is charred afterwards.
Yeah. Funny thing, in the anime and in various lores, the fun lore with the Charizard line is if their tail goes out, they die.
Oh.
There's actually a whole episode in the anime about that where they find an abandoned Charmander who is stuck trying to hide from the rain. So they have to get it to the Pokemon Center without its tail going out. And that becomes one of Ash's main Pokemon in the anime.
Okay.
And then becomes a bit of a dick once it evolves.
Oh.
But learns to like him again after he helps it out again.
Okay.
Because the fun thing is, in the anime, evolutions can change a Pokemon's personality. Yeah. Other than Pokemon, I just wanted to bring this up because it's just funny to me. So, you know how you used to not Let's Play Pokemon, but Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
The funny thing is, they're like, Pokemon's all about, the Pokemon just bond with the trainers and all that. Meanwhile, Yu-Gi-Oh! In the anime is like, we will send your soul to the Shadow Realm if you lose the game.
Yeah, I was young and naive as a mom. Sorry.
Which, funny enough, the Shadow Realm thing was something brought in as a censor for death.
Yeah.
It's always fun when like, for whatever reason, they have to censor death and come up with something much, much worse.
Yeah.
Like Joker gas, that was the thing they made because they couldn't let Joker just straight up kill people.
Oh. I've seen him once or twice.
Yes, he's from the same franchise as Donkey Kong, funny enough, same initials.
DK. Don't know.
Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong.
He is Donkey Kong's nephew.
Alright.
The usual second player character. He even got his own racing game spin-off, which is neat. Also, yeah, his specialty is jetpacks and peanut pop guns. Like, legit, wooden barrel guns that shoot peanuts. They do work.
Okay.
Yeah, in Donkey Kong 64, everyone got a weapon. DK got a coconut bazooka. His name is a super common one over here. Starts with an L.
Leroy?
Lucas.
Lucas.
His backstory is sad, and we've never gotten it officially over here. We've only gotten it via fan translations.
Okay.
Mother 3, so Earthbound NES's game is actually Mother 2 in Japan, but Earthbound was like the only one we got over here for the longest time. We got the first game from NES, eventually on the Wii U and Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, that took that long for us to get one of the games that wasn't the second one. Mother 3 is still Japan only, which is sad because it's probably the best one. Lucas's backstory is, he just lived in a town called Nowhere. I'm not joking. So he's just from the town called Nowhere. Nice little isolated island. Everyone's nice and happy. Money isn't even a thing. You just, like, everyone's a nice tight community. All great. All great. And then he doesn't come back from his, grandparents, during one of the, vacations, basically. So his dad goes to check. And his dad discovers, oh no, something went wrong. Oh, they ran into a giant dinosaur monster that's known in this region. Oh no, the mom is dead and the brother is missing. Yeah, Lucas did not have a great time. He did not have a great time. His game even ends with it ambiguously ending the world.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no, he's a very unfortunate kid.
Yeah.
And I say his brother went missing because, like, it's presumed dead, but then you find out he's alive but brainwashed by the bad guys.
Yeah, they're gonna need some counseling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah, family counseling is definitely in order here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also psychic. Both Ness and Lucas are psychic. That's the big thing.
Okay.
That's the big thing with Mother. All the main characters are psychics.
Okay, well, it's still gonna need therapy.
Yeah, very much so. Also, if you're wondering about the snake thing, by the way, that's his grappling hook.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the party members in Mother 3 is technically a thief, but he's a good guy because, like, again, everyone from his town start off as good people. It's just the bad guys corrupted them later on.
Okay.
But Duster is still, like, an honorable thief guy who's just trying to help.
Okay.
So the rope snake was technically one of his tools, but they give it to Lucas in Smash Bros. As a grab.
Okay.
It's a living thing, too.
Huh. I know this one.
You do.
I saw the movie.
I didn't know you saw the movie.
Yeah, I saw the movie.
I'm purposely not showing the front of my shirt right now. Yeah, so when I got dressed earlier, I realized after putting it on, I was like, oh, well, that's something to deal with.
Alright, if you give me the franchise, will it give away the name?
Yes!
Okay.
The franchise is the name.
Yeah, go figure. He goes really fast, I know that much.
Yes.
First letter?
I will say this. He's the same name as a restaurant franchise, which somehow has never done a crossover event.
Let me think.
IHOP did a crossover event, but not the restaurant franchise that he has the same name with. I don't know why.
I know as soon as you say it, I'm just gonna go, and hit my forehead. Restaurant franchise.
It's not one I don't think we've gone to much, if at all.
Can you give me the first letter?
S.
Sonic.
Yes.
Alright.
Yep. Sonic, the hedgehog who runs at the speed of sound.
Mm-hmm.
It
was a good movie.
Yeah, and this is why I wasn't showing you my shirt.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my shirt from the Sonic Symphony concert. Which he was the second third-party character revealed after Snake, which people were expecting a lot more because him and Mario had a rivalry for the longest time.
Okay.
In fact, to the point where the rivalry is so well known, they ended up getting a crossover where they both played in the Olympics at the same time.
All right.
Yeah, that was their big crossover. Not a platform, which is both of their genre. No, a minigame collection where you're playing as Mario and Sonic characters in the Olympic Games. Which lasted for a good chunk of installments, actually. Like, there was even one for the 2020 Olympics.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the first one was back on the Wii with the, I believe, Beijing.
So there was nothing else to do during 2020.
But yeah, I believe the first one. I think it was 2008. I think whichever year was the Beijing Olympics. I believe back on the Wii.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's a penguin.
Yeah.
It's a penguin from that game you guys used to play when you were little. Not really. It's a different game, I'm sure.
He's actually also from Kirby.
No, but it was some little game you guys... Penguin Land or something.
Oh, Club Penguin. Yeah, no, not that game.
No,
Not that game.
No.
That game's also dead now, sadly.
Okay. Well, this kind of looks like one of the characters from that.
Yeah.
Don't know.
King DDD.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does the DDD stand for?
Nothing. His name is DEDEDE.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know how Sakurai thought the name, but that's just his name. Fun fact is, in Smash Bros, he's also voiced by Sakurai himself.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, because Kirby was also Sakurai's franchise. He eventually left making Kirby games himself, but he still loves the franchise a lot. He was actually the bad guy for the first few games, but became kind of just sort of a frenemy later on once it was learned that, most of the bad crap he did was more so just him trying to do things good with his own way and failing to communicate that to anybody.
Okay.
I'm just taking a swim in this magic pool that can grant wishes. Kind of fucking up wishes. No big reason why. Oh, wait, no, it's because if you put the star rod back in, it unseals this ancient evil. Kirby plots are fun. They start off simple. It's like, oh, this fucker stole my cake! Kirby likes food a lot.
Okay.
That was the game you guys got me on DS with Squeak Squad, where it starts with him about to eat a strawberry shortcake, and then the fucker just takes it.
Oh.
So Kirby goes like, you must die.
He was hangry.
Yes.
Yes.
You do not fuck with Kirby's cake.
The whole game was all about him being hangry.
Yeah, so first he goes after Dee thinking, oh, Dee stole food before. Maybe he did that to me just to fuck with me.
Okay.
Turns out, no, it was the eponymous Squeak Squad. That is a band of thieves.
Okay.
And then it turns out, another chest they stole that Kirby mistook the cake for, turned out to actually be housing an ancient evil. That's also very easy to beat. That's like one of the easiest final bosses in the franchise.
Okay.
And then the lore gets insane. Funny enough, you've got Eldritch Abominations, you've got SCPs. I don't know if you know what those are actually.
No.
Such experience got horribly wrong.
Okay.
So you got ancient evils wanting to bathe the world in darkness. You've got supercomputers that are assimilating minds while also turning people into robots.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and also you've got from another dimension, this all-powerful reality warper that nearly tears a hole in the border between dimensions, causing the world to nearly collapse.
Yeah, not good.
Kirby lore gets crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, poor DDD here gets possessed by every other villain.
Huh. Little plant man.
Yeah. So So his name starts with an O.
Oliver?
No, Olimar.
Olimar. I was kind of close.
Yeah, fun trivia with him, actually. So his name, Olimar, in Japanese would be pronounced Omari, which, if you're going off how Japanese spelling works, being based off the syllables, is Mario backwards.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the naming scheme there. He has a coworker, not even gonna say friend, because this guy's an asshole. He has a coworker named Louie, so, Mario, Luigi, Olimar, Louie.
Alright.
Fuck Louie! He used to cause every problem!
Oh.
So, Olimar's very first game, which is actually what these guys are named after, why don't you just take a quick guess out of curiosity? Start with a P if you're curious. I'm not gonna...
Plantland?
Pikmin.
Pikmin, okay.
Yeah, they're adorable. So, in Pikmin 1, Olimar's just doing a normal delivery because he works for a space delivery service. So, he's just doing a delivery or on the way back, one of the two, when his ship gets hit by a meteor and he falls onto a planet.
Okay.
And suddenly, oh, look at that, my ship is defunct, my life support system is on its own life support, so I've got 30 days to live and get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
So you get 30 days to fix your ship and leave, or Olimar dies.
Aww.
Yeah. 30 days to find 30...
Did you save Omar?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've actually beaten all 4 games. But yeah, Louie shows up in the second game onward, where the second game, Olimar gets back. Ah, thank God, I'm back home. What do you mean I have to go back? Our company's in debt and the shit I found is super pricey? Oh, great. I gotta go back to the planet I just escaped death from. Great. And I have to bring my coworker along. Oh, then you find out the coworker's the whole reason they're in debt because, like, what it was Louis told the president that, a bunch of space rabbits attacked and ate the entire shipment of very expensive carrots I was bringing. You find out what from a secret file you get from 100% in the game that Louis ate the carrots.
Oh.
And did not tell anybody.
Okay.
And because he's constantly trying to dodge responsibility and work.
Okay.
And just becomes more of an asshole as the games go.
Oh.
And the reason I already bring up Louis is he's not the alternate skin for Olimar. This guy is. He runs off a different naming scheme.
Baby Omar?
No, he's actually from a completely different planet.
Oh, okay.
Olimar's a Hokotation. This guy's a Kopite. Hokotate and Kopai. Or Hokotate. I always forget which way it's pronounced with Olimar's planet. But, this Kopite, so him and his friends are all named after, I'll just say this, they're all named after call signs.
Call signs like Bravo and
Yeah, stuff like that.
Alpha?
Close enough. This is Alf.
Alf.
Yeah, you have Alf, Brittany, and Charlie.
Alright.
But yeah, Alf was added in as an alternate skin for Olimar and Smash 4 onwards because Pikmin 3 did really well for a Wii U game. Which makes me happy because we got Pikmin 4 on the Switch and it's so good.
Okay.
Pikmin 4, you play as your own creative character who's part of the Rescue Corps. You as the Rescue Corps get stranded on the planet, so which you're already going to rescue people anyway, so it's just, it's just a bit of a longer operation than trying to figure out what caused our ship to crash.
Okay.
While trying to find all the other people who also crashed. Because, here's the other fun thing with Pikmin. The planet they crash on, PNF 404, is a post-apocalyptic Earth.
Oh.
Yeah, like, all the humans are gone.
Okay.
Also, these guys are the size of, like, a quarter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just to give you a sense of scale. They are tiny.
Dang.
Smash plays loose with sizes, obviously.
Okay.
But yeah, so the whole thing is, like, you're literally basically just going through, like, what would effectively be, like, a garden or something for each area. Like, so, they drop hints in the first game, but it's only second game onward where it really becomes apparent because, the items you find that are super, pricey that you want to collect to pay off the debt is stuff like, I don't know, just the occasional thing like a Nintendo GameCube disc or a battery.
Oh, okay.
Which in the original GameCube version was Energizer, because there were brand deals in the original version. Like, you could find a 7-Up can.
A what?
A 7-Up can.
Okay.
Yeah. This comes to a head in Pikmin 4, where the final area of the game is a fucking house. Like, you actually go inside a living room.
Oh.
You know, when you're the size of a quarter.
Okay. Shade carpet has to be very entertaining.
Yeah, the fridge horror of Pikmin is so good. Because, like, on top of all that, you also find some absolute insane creatures.
Okay.
Like the Smoky Prog. Good lord, that thing will instantly kill your Pikmin.
Your what?
Will instantly kill your Pikmin.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Also, you do not want to be on the surface at night, or all the carnivores, or I guess herbivores, because Pikmin are living plants. I don't know, but they all get even more ravenous.
Oh, okay.
The Pikmin 4 is the first time you actually do nighttime expeditions. Yeah, because you need things you can only get at nighttime to cure people who are afflicted by turning into a plant disease.
Okay.
It's a whole thing.
Okay. Huh.
This is another Pokemon. He's from Gen 4, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, the first one I played.
Fox?
No, it's not that simple.
Never is.
Yeah, I don't know how I would actually hint this one particularly. It starts with an L, I guess? I do not expect you to get this one. Lucario.
Yeah, I'm out there.
Yeah. He's a fighting steel type.
Fighting steel type?
Yes. There's like 18 different types in Pokemon.
Okay.
So yeah, the fun thing is, he's actually in here because he's very popular and even got his own movie. And his gimmick and lore that isn't in the normal games for balancing reasons, but it does show up in the spin-offs and stuff. His aura mechanic. Basically, when Lucario gets beat up, he gets more powerful.
Oh, interesting.
This even plays into Smash Bros, where when he's at high damage, he gets even more powerful. His moves will hurt.
Interesting.
Which is very dangerous in Smash Bros for him, though, because the higher damage you are, the easier it is for you to get launched off screen.
Okay.
That's the whole thing of Smash. You're trying to knock people off screen, and the more damage you deal, the further they get knocked back.
Okay.
So, this isn't technically a character, this is more an accessory for the Nintendo Entertainment System that they just put in games around the DS Wii era.
Isn't it from a movie by Disney?
No. They do look similar, but no. This is an actual physical thing you could get with your Nintendo that they made purely to sell Nintendo as a toy because video games were doing poorly back then.
Looks like a telephone.
Yeah. Fun thing is, he has a different name in both Japan and America. I will actually give you it for if you guess either.
I said it looks like a telephone.
This is Robot Operating Buddy, or Rob. In Japan, he was just called Robot.
Okay.
American colors, Japanese colors, because he's colored after the Nintendo and the Famicom.
Alright.
I actually tend to use the Virtual Boy color that's in Smash. Because it's like all red.
Baby Link.
He's actually just his own Link. Can you guess what his prefix is?
Prefix.
Because, you had you had Link, you had Young Link, and then you have...
Baby Link.
Toon Link.
Toon Link. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's called that because his games have this art style all throughout.
I like it.
Yeah, he's also one of my favorites. He's so expressive and great. And now, most Links, they're just by themselves. They don't even have parents usually. Like, sometimes you have a relative, and sometimes that relative dies very quickly.
Okay.
This Link does have relatives in Wind Waker, where he has a grandma and a sister, and then the sister gets kidnapped.
Oh.
And that's why he goes off to sea to go save her.
Okay.
And then he gets caught up in anything. He's not even a chosen one like the other Links. He earns his right.
Okay.
Fun thing is, the Ganondorf I showed you earlier, technically is the same Ganondorf every time, pretty much, for the most part. Like, he just keeps reincarnating.
Okay.
Well, less reincarnating, more just coming back.
Coming back.
The Links and Zeldas, they're reincarnations. Ganondorf, he's just like, oh, great, this again.
Okay.
Same franchise as Fox and Falco, if you're curious.
Skunk?
Wolf.
Wolf.
Wolf O'Donnell. He's the rival.
I'll get one of these characters right eventually.
Yeah. He's basically a fellow bounty hunter, but usually just does whatever gives him pay, or lets him fight Fox. He just really likes to fight Fox.
Okay.
He even has his own crew of rivals for each of the crew members. One of those crew members, well, the former crew members, got replaced by another guy in later games. One of those crew members is also the nephew of the main bad guy.
Okay. Aw, it looks like a cute little Raggedy Ann and Andy.
So these are the main characters of Animal Crossing, and they're created characters. I just want you to guess what the default name, like, for them is.
DE?
What? Huh?
DE fault?
Yeah, like, default.
Default, okay.
Yeah.
Default names for these.
Like, it's one name. It is just one name. You're going to laugh.
I will. One name for all those characters. Character?
Villager.
Villager.
Yep. Yeah, the Animal Crossing Villager, because Animal Crossing is a life sim.
Okay.
They just adapted all the, like, random stuff you can do into moves for Smash Bros.
Okay.
And fun thing is, these are their default skins for each gender, but each skin looks vastly different because of how much customization is in Animal Crossing.
Okay.
They went all in on that. They were also the first character revealed for Smash 4, which threw everybody off. Because we thought Villager would never get into Smash because Animal Crossing is a life sim, and Smash Bros. Is not that. Yeah. Figured that would give that at least that much direction with how much I love this character.
First letter?
M.
I know this one. I can't remember the name. I know, I'm disappointing you.
Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Yeah. Wait.
That's right, we made you Mega Man one year for Halloween too.
Yep. For those curious how we did the cannon, we literally just looked like one of those masks you'd use for camping and put it on my arm. Yeah, fun thing is, his Final Smash is one of my favorite ones in the entire series, because his Final Smash is called Mega Legends, which, also, fun fact, his Japanese name is Rockman.
Oh.
The names go all in on music references. Like, you have Rockman, his sister figure, because he's a robot and she is too. They were created by a scientist. You have Rock and you have Roll.
Okay.
And oh yeah, and then you have his robot dog Rush. Oh, and then his rivals Bass and Treble. Or Forte and Gospel if you're in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. One glorious one they did is in one of the Mega Man X games, which is the sequel series focusing on a different Mega Man because generational stuff. One of those games had the entire set of bosses named after Guns N' Roses. I'm not joking.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so again, they went all on the music references with the games. It's great. But yeah, fun thing with Mega Legends, the Final Smash, his ultimate is, first he uses Mega Man, I always forget if it's 9 or 10's Black Hole Bomb, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
Where if you get sucked into the Black Hole Bomb, it then zooms in and you finally see what happens. You just get blasted by classic Mega Man X, Mega Man Volnut from Mega Man Legends, Mega Man.exe from Battle Network, and even Mega Man from Mega Man Star Force. You like all the generations of Mega Man just blast you with a laser.
Aww.
Which is great, especially when he first was added in Smash 4, where we were in a Mega Man drought.
Okay.
Sakurai gave him much more respect than Capcom did. But hey, now Mega Man's got a bunch of collections. We're only missing like 2 of the sub-series now.
Alright. Wii U people.
Close. Wii Fit Trainer.
I was close.
Yeah, they just put the trainer from the fitness game on the Wii into Smash Bros. Their moves were stuff like yoga poses.
Doesn't sound very defensive.
You'd be surprised. They were actually one of my go-tos in Smash 4.
Okay.
Like, one of their moves is deep breathing, where if you time it right, you get a buff. Like, your attack goes up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, all their, like, battle lines, their voice lines, are just the trainer going like, let's stretch our legs. It is hilarious, and they were purely put in just as a fun idea.
It's the Mario Princess.
One of them, yeah.
One of them? Don't know which one. Well, it kind of looks like Daisy still.
Well, we already had Daisy.
We did have Daisy, right, but she has the same brooch, so that's why I was saying something.
No, that one's a star shape.
Okay. Princess Star?
This is Rosalina from Super Mario Galaxy.
Okay.
She's became a fan favorite real quick, because she actually had a backstory that they had to sneak in because Miyamoto doesn't like putting stories in his games for some reason.
Okay.
But so they snuck in a backstory for her where she went to space, missed her mom, and then found out her mom died. It's sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
And that little star thing is basically the kids she raises.
Okay.
They're Lumas. They are adorable.
They are cute.
So yeah, the official name for the character slot is Rosalina and Luma.
Okay.
Because the whole thing with her in Smash Bros is she is with certain commands, she can send the Luma out further than usual, and it will actually mimic all of her attacks. So she's a bit of a puppet fighter, as it's called.
Okay.
So she has some fun spacing and combo game if you know what you're doing, but she's also complex.
Okay. Boxman?
Little Mac.
Little Mac. Okay.
Yeah. He's a guy, he's a boxer from Punch-Out who constantly boxes in weight classes that really should be illegal for him, but the WVBA allows it.
Okay.
Yeah, the World Video Boxing Association just doesn't think about weight classes.
Alright.
He's called Little Mac because he's like 5'5" or something like that.
Okay.
You know, you got guys towering over him at like 6'6" and stuff, and it's a boxing game.
Yeah, it doesn't seem real fair.
So yeah, so he had a game on the Nintendo, a game on the Super Nintendo, and a game on the Wii. I want a sequel to that Wii game, or at least a port of it, so bad it was so good.
Okay.
In fact, you may actually, so Punch-Out, you may actually recall me, Micah, and Dad used to play the NES game a lot too.
Okay.
In fact, you remember when I sent you guys a picture of me getting a high score at an arcade when I was at Dina's last?
Yeah.
His NES game was actually the game I was playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His games act more like puzzles, where it's like you gotta know how to dodge the opponent's attacks, then counter afterward.
Okay.
This is my favorite Pokemon. I did not expect you to get its name.
It's a frog. But I don't know what it is.
Greninja.
Greninja.
Yeah. So Greninja, I believe so ninja is obvious enough. I believe Gre comes from either one of the words for frog or the Japanese onomatopoeia for frog, which is Gero.
Okay.
Because that's their version of croak.
Okay.
So Greninja. And what I love about it is its main two types, water and dark, are my two favorite Pokemon types.
Okay.
And two, it's a frog ninja that goes all in on the aesthetic. Like, that scarf is its tongue.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Also, neat thing with its particular generation is each final evolution of the starter Pokemon, which is what he is, the starters being, like the first one you can pick, water,
Okay.
grass, or fire.
Okay.
Each of them follow a different RPG archetype. So, like, he would be the rogue, then you've got Chestnut for the knight, and then you've got, blah, 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 blah. Was it Braixen or Delphox that's the final one? But then you got that one for the mage.
Okay.
So, yeah, they went all in on that kind of archetype stuff, which is pretty neat. Like, you've definitely seen what these characters are before.
In this...
Not in Smash particularly, but you have definitely seen them before.
Yeah. So they're just variations of some of the characters you've already seen, so that's...
Well, no. I mean, like, you've seen us use them in games before.
They're not looking familiar.
These are the Miis.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, in Smash 4 they put them in where you can, like, make your own Mii and then make them either a brawler, a sword fighter, or a gunner.
Okay.
Which is really cool. Which, I love the way they revealed this in Smash 4. It's like, you have Reggie Fils-Aimé, who was the spokesperson for Nintendo of America.
Okay.
And I believe also the president of Nintendo of America before he retired from that.
Okay.
And Satoru Iwata, rest in peace. Still sad about that. But so you have the two of them standing next to each other, and then they just start duking it out. And then it transitions to them fighting with their own Miis.
Alright.
And that's how the revealed Mii fighters were in the game. It was glorious.
That sounds hilarious.
So yeah, and the fun thing is you can even download other people's Miis that they upload to Smash.
Okay.
Which is really cool. Yeah, I just put them all in one because I didn't feel like having you guess Mii fighter, Mii brawler, Mii gunner.
Yeah.
That's a little redundant.
That is very redundant. Thank you. Ooh.
Yeah, her design's great.
Yeah. Very cool. Kind of looks like Zelda markings.
Not from Zelda, actually.
Not from Zelda.
She's from Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
So she's from the same franchise as Pit.
Beautiful. Beautiful character. I have no idea what her name would be.
Palutena. She's the goddess Pit works for.
Okay.
And in Kid Icarus Uprising, she is amazing. she is a troll at times. It's glorious.
Okay.
Like she will just constantly be teasing Pit. Kid Icarus Uprising has a lot of voice dialogue and it's all gold.
Okay.
And sadly, this is the last playable Kid Icarus character in Smash, so I can't even talk about one of my favorite characters in that game, Hades. Kid Icarus pulls a lot from Greek mythology.
Yeah, I'm gathering that.
Oh. You definitely know who this character is. Maybe not in this particular form, but you definitely know who this is.
Yeah, not Pac-Man.
It is Pac-Man.
It is Pac-Man, okay.
Yeah, this is what he looks like in the platformers.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a look in Pac-Man World.
Okay.
Which, funny enough, Pac-Man World 2 was actually a game I used to play on the Xbox. But, like, I figured his look here might throw you off, but, like, no, the fact that you immediately went for Pac-Man, yeah.
It's a win.
He's, funny enough, Game & Watch is as old as he is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They were like straight on at the start of the 80s. So this is the created character from Fire Emblem Awakening. They do have one canon name shared among both genders.
Okay.
It is a bird.
It's a bird. I think we've already used Falcon, so that's not it. Eagle?
Robin.
Robin.
Yeah. In Japan, they're actually known as Reflet. I don't know where that name comes from. I guess I'm waiting for a fantasy-ish name, but over here in America, it's Robin.
Okay.
And, yeah, they are one of my favorite protagonists in Fire Emblem, just because, they are given an actual personality, for one thing, even though they're a creative character. And, two, they are a sword mage.
Yeah. Which is unique, because Robin is a gender-neutral name, so
yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Fun thing with Smash is they even have different character colors, and fun part is, one of those is very red-themed. So, yes, the joke has been made. You can guess what joke. Mm-hmm. But yeah, fun thing about that sword, by the way, that's the Levin sword. It's a common running sword in Fire Emblem. It kind of became Robin's main sword in spin-offs, despite it actually mainly being used by one of the bad guys. But it's a lightning sword. Yeah. It actually shoots out lightning.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Robin's whole thing is they actually bring in Fire Emblem's weapon durability mechanic into their gameplay, where you can, where both your powerful sword swings and your magic use up durability for those specific attacks. So you're either down a spell book, or using your much weaker sword if you use those too much. So you gotta be strategic about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
you can't just blindly swing at people?
I mean, you could blindly swing with the normal attacks, but not with the, super powerful launch you away attacks.
Okay.
And with the specials, yeah, you gotta be careful, because each special has its own elements, and each one has its own ammo count. They do recharge while out, but you're still out of the spell for a bit.
Okay.
This is honestly one of my favorite protagonists in an RPG ever, because holy shit, his story is insane.
Okay, I have no clue.
Yeah, I would not expect you to guess his name anytime soon. This is Shulk. Yeah, S-H-U-L-K.
Okay.
He is from Xenoblade Chronicles, a game we had to petition to get over here in the West, and now it's a major hit.
Good.
Yes, I'm very happy about it.
Which platform?
Originally released on the Wii, and now all the games are available on Switch.
Okay.
So his whole thing, I don't want to say too much for those watching who haven't played his game yet, but let's just say, that sword, the Monado, it's a laser sword. It opens up like this and then the laser shoots out.
Okay.
So it lets him see the future.
Oh, cool.
And that becomes a whole running thing as fate.
Okay.
I do not want to say too much.
Alright.
Because the game is very much a plot game.
Okay.
That lasts for, so many hours.
Okay.
Also, a bunch of his color schemes are based off his party members, and then there's one for when he has no equipment on, which is just him in his underwear. Because that's the thing with Xenoblade. In Xenoblade 1, your equipment actually affects your look.
Okay.
The Switch remake did add in cosmetic locks for you to equip gear to, but back in Wii, whatever you had equipped for stats was what you looked like. Have fun with that. Endgame gear was weird.
Looks like a baby warrior, Bruno, or, not Bowser. Yeah, Bowser.
Yeah.
Looks like baby Bowser.
Close, this is Bowser Jr.
Bowser Jr.,
His son. Funny enough, there's actually a baby Bowser because there's games that take place in the past.
Okay.
So that is an actual distinction to make.
Okay.
Now, on the note of Bowser Jr., instead of alternate colors, he got different characters for every single slot. Because they brought in some old school characters, each with their own name. They're all named after musicians.
Huh. I have no clue.
This is Larry.
Larry.
Yeah, I forget which musician he'd be named after, but yeah, they're all named after musicians.
Okay.
And they were all these guys were all created on the Super Nintendo, just so you can have a frame of reference for how old they are.
Okay.
He actually shows a name with another character we've met, which was hilarious when that other character was added in as a DLC later on.
Wow, not Wowzer. I don't know.
Roy.
Roy.
Yeah. So funny thing is, Roy, while in Melee, did not come back until Smash 4's downloadable content post-launch.
Okay.
So basically for a while, the joke was like, oh, Roy's back! And then Roy actually came back.
Okay. Huh. Madonna?
Wendy Okupa.
I think it should be Madonna.
Yeah. Wendy Okupa, which I think it's Wendy O'Donnell. No, the O'Donnell I'm thinking of is probably a wolf. I don't know all the actual musicians they're based off. I just know they're based off musicians.
Okay.
There's 2 or 3 I definitely know the actual musician they're named after, but we'll get there. Oh, this would actually be one of them.
He's cute.
You have a guess? This is Iggy.
Oh, okay.
You can guess.
Mm-hmm. Somebody from Kiss.
Morton. Morton Koopa Jr.
Okay.
I forget where the Morton comes from.
Okay.
But yeah.
Huh. It looks like he's gonna fall off.
He's the crazy one.
Okay. I have no idea.
Lemmy.
Let me try that.
And then, on the musician note, this guy's actually named after a composer.
Bach?
No, Ludwig.
Ludwig, okay.
He's also my favorite of the Koopalings.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the smart one of the crew. That mostly comes up in like his fights having some more mechanical aspects to them.
Okay.
And now for this character. This is a very retro character.
I'm clueless.
Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt. Oh, that is an old game.
Yeah.
That's a very,
Which
very old game.
I love what they did for Duck Hunt in Smash. So, like, yeah, you got the dog and the duck doing combo attacks and stuff. But for a lot of the other attacks, so some regions call them Duck Hunt Duo, which is not correct because there's a third character off screen, the person with the light gun. Where like you'll have them shooting reticles and shooting the projectiles the dog throws out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're just a love letter to the light gun games in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like their final Smash is called, I forget exactly what it's called, but basically you get hit by a bunch of 8-bit ducks, which puts you in the middle of a shooting range that puts you between the guys from Hogan's Alley and the guys from the other light gun game that they made, just shooting the crap out of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's glorious.
That's crazy.
They are a fun addition. And yes, one of their taunts is the laugh.
Oh, he is from the fighting games that Dad used to do all the time.
Yep, and I actually still play one of them. Like it's
Mortal
still
Kombat?
good. No, funny enough, it's actually the rival franchise to that, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. I don't know the character's name though.
Ryu.
Ryu. Okay.
Yeah, it translates to dragon.
Okay.
But yeah, Ryu is like the OG fighting game character, pretty much.
Okay.
I do mean that quite literally. There were some fighting games before Street Fighter, but Street Fighter 2 is the one that put them on the map.
Okay.
Specifically Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 1 was not that good.
Okay.
And Ryu, of course, had to have a rival.
Oh, I remember him. Don't know his name, but I remember the character.
He shares the name as a doll character, funny enough.
The doll character? Ken?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, Ryu and Ken. They trained under the same master.
Okay.
Ken focused a bit more on kicks while Ryu focused more on punches.
Okay.
Also, Ken can set his moves on fire, which, yeah, this is a world with energy blast, so that's fair.
Yeah. Oh my, those are very big swords.
Yes. You got the Buster Sword and the Fusion Sword. The Buster Sword was lost during the movie the skin's from.
Okay.
But, your hint is this guy's named after a, what would be the proper term for it? Named after, something weather-related.
Ooh. Tornado?
Nope.
Hurricane?
No, this is Cloud.
Oh, okay.
Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII, one of the most influential RPGs out there alongside Dragon Quest.
Okay.
To the point where we're currently in the middle of a 3-game remake project. I recently beat Game 2, it's so good. Yeah, Cloud Strife is one of the most iconic RPG protagonists ever.
Okay.
Like, he was a PlayStation character, and he was the first Final Fantasy character put in Smash. Instead of someone from Final Fantasy 4 or 6, funny enough. You'd think it would be one of those two. Because those are Super Nintendo RPGs. But yeah, he's got a whole thing going on, and because we currently have a remake project going on, there's some people who might not know all the details, so I'm going to leave it at that. Don't want to spoil.
Good plan. Good plan. Ooh.
This is Fire Emblem Fates' created character. I don't like them as a character. They have cool designs, but I don't like them as a character.
Okay.
They're boring as hell.
Okay.
Despite having a chainsaw sword and being part dragon. How do you mess that up?
Apparently that way. I have no idea.
Corrin.
Corn.
Yeah, so the whole thing with them is Fire Emblem Fates had a whole thing where it's like, oh, So, you have the family you were born in, you have the family you were raised by, they kind of effectively kidnapped you, but when you were like a baby.
Okay.
So, you have the family you have blood relations to, the family you actually knew, and then you're forced to choose between them.
Oh.
In a war. Because they're also very much good nation, evil nation, and, that's a fun conflict there. Wanna know how they fucked that choice up?
How?
It was based on what version of the game you bought.
Oh, weird.
You had to buy the game 3 times effectively to do all the routes.
That is weird.
On top of that, Corn's just boring and cannot choose anything for themselves, I swear.
Okay.
I have thoughts on this game.
I see that. As they would say at work, you have big feelings.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is a character like in 2 different installments of her series.
Again, trying to fight in heels. Bad choice.
She makes it work, because note those heels are guns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Still.
She's also a witch.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what her name is.
Yeah, that's fair. Bayonetta.
Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, fun thing with her game's history, actually. She was originally on the 360 and the PlayStation 3. Don't play the PlayStation 3 version. It was not good.
Okay.
It was not optimized at all. But, so, those games did alright, but no one wanted to help Hideki Kamiya or his company, Platinum Games, make a sequel. So Nintendo footed the bill.
Ah.
So her second game was an exclusive on the Wii U.
Alright.
Where if you bought that, you could then also get the first game as well. It either came with it physically, or you could buy them at a discount that made them the full basically the price of one full game digitally.
Okay.
Which is good because that first game was never on a Nintendo console.
Alright.
They even added in Nintendo themed costumes, like you could dress her up like Samus or Link.
Oh.
Yeah, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
And then we got a third game on the Switch, and all the games are also now on the Switch, which is awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Fans are split on that third game for reasons.
Okay.
But the games themselves are fun. And yeah, she was the final DLC character for Smash 4.
Okay.
Which, yeah, that one was a fun surprise. It's like, oh yeah, no, Nintendo footed the bill. That's awesome. Cool. Wait, she's in Smash? What? It caught everyone off guard.
Yeah.
Like, the best part was how they did her trailers. Like, you have Pit and Dark Pit, they're angels, because... So, the whole thing with her, she is a Umbran witch. She is a witch who has to fight angels to keep the demons who she made contracts with from killing her.
Okay.
The angels are also not the best. It's a very much, no one is a good guy in this scenario.
Okay.
So the whole thing is you have Pit and Dark Pit who are angels fighting. So you have me thinking, oh, are we getting Viridi, Hades, Medusa? Because she was like the OG bad guy of Kid Icarus.
Uh-huh.
Are we getting one of them? And then you hear her talk. Like, it zooms up to the moon and you hear, oh, an angel. I must have missed one. And cue all the Bayonetta fans, including me, freaking out. She was also broken in Smash 4. Like, she was insanely good.
Okay.
I mean broken as in, like, good luck beating her.
Okay.
Now for Smash Ultimate.
They're cute. I have no idea who they are. They look like they have,
These are the characters you play as in Splatoon. They are Squid Kids.
Huh.
Like, they're literally squids who have human forms. That's the whole thing. Yeah, it's a whole thing with the lore.
Okay.
But what do you think the species name is?
Octopus? Squid?
Inkling.
Inkling.
Yeah, so you have Inklings and you have Octolings.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have the squids and you have the octopi.
Okay.
They were actually at war for a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, so the fun thing here is the games are post-apocalyptic as well.
Okay.
Humans died out, squids evolved to go on land, and they became just hyper-competitive fashionistas.
Okay.
Like, you can customize your character completely. These are their default looks for the genders in Splatoon 1, and all the colors are different looks.
Okay. Is there a purple one?
Well, that's the funny thing. Those colors are just the default, like, theme colors for Splatoon 1, but the color your character is in the game depends on what team you're on.
Is there a purple one? This is important to me.
There is a purple one.
Alright.
She wears a school outfit in Splatoon.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the outfits you can get from Amiibos.
Okay.
But yeah, because like you could fully dress up your character in whatever you want, and the equipment could even have effects on them.
Okay.
And yeah, the colors fully depend on what team you're on, where they were always like, complementary colors. Like, you got the orange and the blue, but then you've got like, oh, here's purple versus green. Stuff like that. Because you gotta make it easier for colorblind people.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's even a color lock to make it even less variations. which is really cool.
All right.
Because the whole thing with the games is your Inklings or Octolings in the later games trying to see who can get the most turf. Because those guns shoot ink.
Okay, that makes sense. Because they're squid.
Yep.
Oh. I have no idea what it is.
So, here's a good hint for you. I don't know how, I know Dad would probably get this with this hint, but, he's named after he's named after one of the actors from Alien.
Arnold?
Well, okay, wait, no, not quite. Well, not quite. This is Ridley.
Huh.
Yeah, my brain realized that it's Ripley Scott, not Ridley Scott, but you get the idea.
Okay, yep.
But, yeah, this is Ridley. He is, he's an asshole.
Okay.
No other way to put it, because, so remember Samus?
Mm-hmm.
He is not her arch rival, her arch enemy.
Okay.
So, like, Mother Brain's technically the leader of the Space Pirates, but this guy, he may or may not have killed her parents.
Okay.
So that whole thing about her being half bird I mentioned, so after he killed her parents and traumatized her for life, pretty much, the Chozo took her in, which are a race of alien bird people.
Okay.
And to help her, to help train her up so she could so she could defend herself and everything, they injected her with some Chozo DNA, which is very good for your health, because it makes her super agile and super durable.
Okay.
And also lets her be compatible with that power suit, because the power suit, that orange armor, is actually genetically connected to her.
Oh, okay.
She also became part Metroid at the end of the most recent Metroid game, which is fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Metroids were effectively wiped out for the most part, but the Galactic Federation kept trying to make their own versions of Metroids because they think they could use them when... Past keeps showing that does not work at Galactic Federation. Learn your lesson. Also, Ridley's been dead for a few games now.
Okay.
But,
Rest in peace?
no, he's in hell. He is definitely in hell.
Okay.
But, yeah, so eventually it turns out, that time I got injected with Metroid DNA to save me from some parasites that the Metroids are natural predators to, yeah, that ended up evolving. So now she has Metroid powers.
Okay.
So that's fun. But, so he's dead. We'll likely fight some version of him somewhere again, maybe a robot the pirates make or something, I don't know. Like, him himself has been dead since, like, game 2.
Okay.
But, he's a character many people wanted in Smash for years. It just took him until Smash Ultimate.
Alright. Oh. Kind of looks like He-Man. But it's not, I know.
Many people made the joke.
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
This is Simon Belmont, the main protagonist of the first Castlevania game.
Okay.
He hunts Dracula down.
Alright.
Yeah, he's a vampire hunter.
Okay.
In fact, that whip is called the Vampire Killer.
Okay. Fitting.
And go figure, when you're dealing with a vampire, he's going to constantly come back throughout the generations, so say hi to one of his descendants.
Ah. Another vampire hunter.
Yeah.
Just don't know his name.
Do you have a guess?
What was the first one's name?
Simon Belmont. This is another Belmont.
Okay. Samuel?
Richter.
Richter. Okay.
Yeah. So he's from Rondo of Blood, which, if I recall correctly, Castlevania 3, I believe, was Trevor. Each game focuses on a different Belmont for the most part, because, generations fighting a vampire over and over and over, because he keeps coming back.
Yeah, vampires are hard to kill.
Especially in Castlevania. Dracula is, he's the final boss of almost every game.
Okay.
To the point where his son's actually a playable character.
Huh.
Alucard, the Dampier, half vampire. His mom was killed, and he has feelings about that, but he also knows that humans are overall really who you should root for in this case.
Okay.
Alucard even got his own full game, Symphony of the Night, which is the same general genre as Metroid, hence why many people call that genre Metroidvanias.
Okay.
So, the fun thing is, when the creator of this guy found out he was in Smash, he was like, I wish I had named him something cooler.
King Croc?
Close. King K. Rool. King K. Rool. Officially it's pronounced K. Rool, but most people just call him K. Rool.
Okay.
He's Donkey Kong's archenemy in the Donkey Kong Country games.
Okay.
His last appearance before Smash Brothers was the Mario Baseball game on the Wii.
Huh.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's been fighting other guys in his latest games. But a little sad, but hey, he's finally back. Yes.
Okay.
And he uses all the moves from his boss fights. Like, oh, the blunderbuss he's known for from the first game. The jetpack he had in Donkey Kong Country 3. Even the boxing gloves from his boss fight in DK64 where you're in a boxing ring. He'll just throw everything at you.
Oh, it's cute.
She is effectively the mascot of Animal Crossing right
I was
now.
gonna say if it was I was gonna ask if it was Animal Crossing.
Yeah. So, your hint for her name? Her head.
Doggo?
Isabelle
Okay.
is a bell.
Okay.
So though her head is actually funny enough so bells are also the name of the currency, and her head is somewhat designed like the bags of money you would find.
Okay.
Which is just adorable. And yeah, she's basically, so in the game she was introduced in, you became the mayor of the town, and she's your secretary.
Okay.
And she also shows up in the game on Switch. And she's just adorable, and basically the current mascot.
Okay. Probably not a good guy.
He's based on heel wrestlers, funny enough.
On what?
Heel wrestlers.
Heel wrestlers. Okay.
Do you know what that term means?
No, not a clue.
Okay, so heel is basically the wrestling term for bad guy.
Okay.
Like, they play the bad guy. They're not the actors themselves, not the bad guys, but the heels themselves are bad guys.
Oh, okay.
So he's based on that. So he's actually funny enough Dark type, because Dark is evil type in Japan.
Okay. Dark Fire?
Yeah, Dark Fire.
Am I right?
Well, that's his typing.
Okay. I don't know what his name is then.
Incineroar.
Incineroar.
Yes. He's the final evolution of the Fire Starter from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Okay.
He's a fan favorite, and also Smash's first actual, grappler character.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because he's a wrestler. I always choose the Water Starter, so I got the Opera Singer.
Okay.
Sun and Moon is one set in the Hawaii-like region. Each region is based on an actual real-world location, and Sun and Moon is the islands, so Hawaii.
Okay. Hawaii's beautiful.
Yeah, Gen 1 was Kanto, which is based on the Kanto region of Japan. They were not subtle there. Gen 2 was Johto. I forget if that's based on a region of Japan called Johto, or if it's based on a different region of Japan. Gen 3 was Hoenn, which I forget what that's supposed to be based on. It's a lot of water places, but it's not like islands. Just
Okay.
I think it might be a coastal region of Japan.
Okay.
Gen 4 was Sinnoh, which is more mountainous.
Okay.
Gen 5 is Unova, which is basically New York.
Okay.
Then you had Gen 6, which was Sun and Moon. Gen 6 was Kalos, which was France. Then you had Sun and Moon.
Okay.
And then Gen 8 was Sword and Shield, Europe.
Okay.
And then Gen 9, the current one, which is based on Spain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. It's plant thing from Mario.
Yeah. Its name is based on an actual, carnivore. It's that carnivore plant.
I don't think I know it. You'll probably say it and I'll know it, but it doesn't ring a bell.
Piranha plant.
Piranha plant.
Yeah. So gloriously, Incineroar was the final character in the base roster of Smash Ultimate. All the rest of these are the downloadable content characters that were released later. So the fun part was, Piranha Plant was basically a character they made in this because they had extra time and just decided to release him, where he was actually free if you got the game early enough.
Okay.
So they just made him as a fun why not character, and it's great.
Okay.
It lets everyone going, I'm sorry, what? And now for the actual DLC characters. I will be shocked, given recent events, I'll be shocked if you don't get this one.
Persona 5. Joker.
Yep. Yeah, the reason I say she wouldn't be shocked about this is she helped me get cosplay for him for SakuraCon this year.
And he looked awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he looks like in his normal school outfit.
I prefer the Joker outfit.
Yeah. Because the whole thing with Persona 5 is, you got your school life stuff, but then when you go into what's called the Metaverse, which is a hilarious name nowadays with recent-ish tech developments.
Yeah.
But in the Metaverse, you're inside basically the world of people's hearts, and if you're considered an enemy, you get your Phantom Thief attire. Just applied to you, and that's what a Joker's is. It's basically your inner rebel coming out.
Okay.
A fun thing with the markings on the mask, by the way, those are basically what the eyelashes of Shin Megami Tensei protagonists look like in every installment, and Persona was started off as a spin-off of that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Alright.
So they just brought that in as part of his character design, so that's cool. And then, this guy's fun. So with this character slot, they put in 4 characters from this franchise as skins. They all share a name for the character slot, but they all also have official names. For this first one, guess either one.
Link?
No, this is not Zelda.
Not Zelda.
This is Dragon Quest.
Oh, okay. Dragon Slayer?
No.
I'm sorry.
So the character slot is just hero, because you can name them whatever you wanted.
Okay.
But they do have somewhat official names. Like, some of them have titles, and all of them have an official name. All of them can be referred to by just their game number in English.
Okay.
So you could just call this guy 11, but he's also known as the Luminary, which is his Chosen One title.
Okay. And he's purple.
Yeah. The number name will give away what game they're from, at least.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the Luminary, aka 11. Aka the only Dragon Quest I've actually beaten.
Okay.
It's really good. Holy crap. Yeah, Dragon Quest is before Final Fantasy in terms of RPG, so it's like the influential RPG.
Okay.
And then you've got, can you guess?
Can I guess? Number 8.
No. This is Erdrick, or 3, aka the Dragon Quest protagonist.
Okay.
So his game was the one that introduced job systems in general.
Alright.
So, what that is in most RPGs, you have, in a good chunk of RPGs, there's a system to let you change what class you are. Like, you could change yourself from a knight to a mage, for example. Stuff like that. His game is the one that spawned that.
Alright.
The 3rd game in the franchise. That tells you how old the series is.
Alright, yeah, it's back a ways.
Yeah. And then you've got this guy.
Same series?
Same series.
Alright, we'll just go with number 8.
Still not 8. This is Solo, aka 4. The first one I played but have yet to beat. Because I just need to boot my DS more often.
Okay. Number 3?
This one's 8. We already had 3.
Okay, I keep...
This guy was 3.
That was 3, okay.
Yeah, this is 8.
Okay.
Also has a cute little mouse guy in his pocket.
Aw, yeah.
8 is one I have not touched. I don't really know much about it.
Okay.
But yeah, those are the 4 they made playable. The rest of them show up in the final Smash.
Okay.
Where they all show up to charge up the big fuck-off slash.
Alright.
At 5 frames a second. My god, that Final Smash animation does not have many frames to it. It's weird.
Okay. Huh.
These guys are an American nostalgia classic. Not so much in Japan, but definitely in America. Although they do have Japanese fans based on the reactions I saw.
I'm at a loss.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't really grow up playing their games much, but lots of people did. This is Banjo and Kazooie.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
They were created by Rareware on the Nintendo 64.
Okay.
Which, by the way, that's the same guys that made the Donkey Kong Country games. Donkey Kong themselves are owned by Nintendo, but these guys are fully Rare.
Okay.
Which means they're currently this company.
Okay.
Because Xbox bought Rare.
Okay.
They had 2 platformers on the Nintendo 64, and then a kart builder spin-off on the... Well, not really spin-off, it was meant to be a full game, for the series, but we haven't had a new Banjo since.
Okay.
Back on the 360.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a bit.
It's been a bit.
But yay, they're back in Smash. Yay, we finally got that wish come true.
Yay!
The best part was how they revealed it. So, K. Rool's reveal trailer had, shots of all the, hero rival / villain duos we've seen revealed so far.
Okay.
Show up one by one. And then we cut to DK's face, cluing lots of people in already that was going to be K. Rool. So what they did there was they had that same montage show up again, but with DK and K. Rool this time. Then it cuts to DK and K. Rool and Diddy all hanging out in DK's house, just why not? Making people go, what the hell is going on? And then a puzzle piece bounces along the screen.
Ah.
Why that's important? So you know how Mario has stars?
Yeah.
Puzzle pieces are their stars.
Ah, okay.
So that one golden puzzle piece bouncing along the screen made all the Banjo fans immediately freak out, including me.
Alright, alright.
It was perfect. So he's a fighting game character. He's from his own franchise, Fatal Fury, and which also has its own spin-off called King of Fighters. King of Fighters got bigger than Fatal Fury, go figure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he is basically this company's Ryu. Can you guess his name? It's a much simpler name than Ryu.
Sam?
Terry.
Terry, okay.
Yeah, Terry Bogard, the main character of Fatal Fury. He is from Southtown, and his whole deal is that his dad was killed by the local, basically, mafia leader. And that's the main antagonist of the first game.
Okay.
And then it's a fighting game, so it keeps going from there.
Okay.
King of Fighters is that company's Smash Bros. Like where it's a bunch of their characters all fighting each other.
Okay.
Which makes that funny. In fact, fun extra trivia for Terry. King of Fighters and Fatal Fury actually helped spawn Smash Bros.
Oh, weird.
Because Sakurai loves fighting games. So he was just playing some Fatal Fury in an arcade, absolutely kicked someone's ass, looked over, saw he accidentally kicked the ass of someone's girlfriend, and was like, oh, I feel bad. I want to make a more beginner-friendly fighting game now. And thus Smash was born.
Alright.
Yeah. So, this guy was basically Sakurai's dream come true.
Okay.
And I had also recently gotten into his franchise at the time, so that made me happy too.
Alright.
Also, he got 50 goddamn songs in the game. That is more songs than Zelda got.
Wow.
Yeah. Because Sakurai's usual model for that, because all the DLC characters got a stage and music.
Uh-huh.
So for that, so he usually goes like, okay, here's a bunch of songs and or remixes to send to the company to see what they approve. SNK just said yes.
Oh, wow.
They just said yes.
Weird.
Which is great.
Those are cool characters.
These are the custom characters from the second most recent Fire Emblem.
Okay.
They also share a name.
Is it a name I know?
Probably not.
Okay.
It starts with a B if you want to guess.
Bentley?
Byleth.
Byleth.
Yeah.
Okay, never heard it.
Yeah, it's basically a Fire Emblem name.
Okay.
But yeah, so with Byleth, funny thing is each gender has a different like syllable ender in Japan. Like one is Byleth, one is Byleth-su, and one is Byleth-to.
Okay, that makes sense.
And in English, it's just Byleth.
Yeah.
They were a little controversial on announcement because you've already seen how many Fire Emblem characters we already had.
Right.
It's still relatively niche over here in America.
Okay.
And has about as many reps as Mario. And they were what ended Season Pass 1. So you can imagine fans weren't exactly excited when all the previous characters were in the past were third-party characters.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was always already Fire Emblem Assault and Smash, and that Byleth did not help, even though they are a fun character and actually use the weapon triangle. Because Three Houses, their game's thing, is you can have any character use any weapon pretty much, and become any class. So the way they adapted that is they just use the 4 super iconic weapons of the game in their moveset, when a lot of the other Fire Emblem characters just use swords.
Okay.
And a big gameplay mechanic is the weapon triangle. Sword, lance, axe.
Okay.
So, play rock, paper, scissors with it, where it's sword beats axe, axe beats lance, lance beats sword. So, the fact that, like, all the other previous Fire Emblem characters, except Robin, really, all exclusively used swords was kind of insane.
Okay.
Give us Hector, please. He's an axe user. That'll be fun. She is from ARMS. That is actually the game's name. I'm not joking.
Yeah, she has arms. Definitely has arms. Dragon Arm Z?
If you want an actual hint, her name is the same word basically 2 times, with your hint being, look at her hair.
Bonbon?
Min Min. The hint there being like, she's a ramen chef.
Okay.
Yeah, like, see how that looks a bit like a ramen bowl?
Oh, okay.
And her arm there is also a noodle.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, so, ARMS' whole thing is it's a fighting game where you have super long arms, so it's all about, both characters being able to punch each other from really far away and just trying to jump out of the way of the punches before they hit you.
Okay.
She was the one the creator of the game wanted in, because, like, any of those characters could be considered the protagonist in the creator's eyes. And she's also a fan favorite.
Okay. Now I'm hungry. That is a character from Minecraft.
Yeah, he's the player character. He does have a canon name. It's a super common name.
Fred?
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah. Minecraft Steve.
Minecraft Steve.
Yeah, his inclusion both is not surprising, but also very surprising at the same time. It's one of those types of inclusions. Definitely threw lots of off when we first saw it. And he does have 3 other skins to him. First off, the female character. What do you think her name is?
Stephanie.
Alex.
Okay.
And then you got one of the basic enemies.
I have a feeling that T would do really good at this part. I need to phone a friend.
So, then we got one of the basic enemies as a skin. It's an enemy type. It should be simple enough to guess here.
Green dude?
Zombie.
Zombie, okay.
This one's a bit more unique. This is a very much a game-specific enemy type.
Shadow?
Enderman. Yeah. Their whole thing is you don't want to stare at them too long, because if your eyes meet, they will proceed to try to kill you.
Oh, okay.
Zombies, are more straightforward.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a pretty character, too.
He's also Cloud's archenemy. He's one of the most iconic villains in RPGs. I do not expect you to know him.
I don't know him at all. First time I've seen this character, so I have no idea what his name is.
This is Sephiroth.
Ooh, I like the name.
Yeah. Which I believe does have a mythological origin to it, because I've seen, like, the word Sephiroth show up in various mythology-based things. But yeah. So his whole deal is, he was the best soldier. Soldier being an actual, like, class of a warrior within the government military thing.
Okay.
Like, soldier all caps.
Okay.
He was the best soldier. But then, him and Cloud went to Cloud's hometown on a mission where they discovered a lab that had a bunch of information on, funny enough, Sephiroth's past, where he discovered, oh, I'm basically the spawn of an evil alien thing, and and that is just kind of gonna break my mind, and I am now evil.
Okay.
Yeah, so his end game in Final Fantasy VII, get the black materia being what lets you cast magic.
Okay.
Get the black materia that has the spell Meteor, which is exactly what it says on the tin. You cast a meteor that will just blow up the earth.
Oh, interesting.
So, you gotta stop him before he does that.
Okay. Yeah, probably good plan.
And if you're wondering about the shirtless look, that's what he looks like during the final encounter.
Okay.
In fact, the pose in that artwork is the pose he makes during the battle.
Okay.
And the winged thing, he's called the One-Winged Angel.
Okay.
Your hint for her name is she uses fire.
I'm overwhelmed by names at this point. I don't know.
Pyra.
Pyra.
Yeah. She is a great character. She's from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2 take place in different worlds.
Okay.
But yeah. She is what's known as a blade. That is an actual, like, species.
Okay.
So basically, with blades, see that, like, emerald crystal in her chest there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's her core crystal. With blades, you have your core crystal. And if someone with the aptitude to be a driver, it's kind of a thing decided by birth.
Okay.
If they touch that crystal and resonate with it, it awakens the blade, and you basically have a new friend.
Okay.
The catch with most blades, Pyra's special because she's like the chosen one blade. The catch with most blades is when the driver dies, the blade goes back into their crystal and loses all their memories.
Oh.
So, basically, once the driver dies, that also ends that particular version of their life.
Okay.
It's the game does go into the implications.
Okay.
There is a lot of things that go into the implications of that stuff. And now there's this character.
Another beautiful drawn character. Any hints for me?
What would be a good hint for this one?
Looks like she flies.
Oh no, that's just her pose. Funny enough, like the Xenoblade franchise in general, I have a lot of art on my walls of.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because the artist likes drawing them.
Yeah.
But what's the best way to give a hint for this one?
Yeah, I'm at a loss.
Her name is Mithra.
Mithra, okay.
So the fun part here, which the pre-release is already spoiled effectively, and the gameplay in Smash also effectively spoils. She is her.
Oh, interesting.
Split personality situation.
Okay.
So the whole deal is Mithra's the original, but in the backstory, which you fully see in the prequel story that you can buy, basically she went through a lot of trauma, and to bottle up all that trauma, she made Pyra.
So she didn't get therapy.
She did not get therapy.
Okay.
Her therapy is traveling with the main character of the Xenoblade 2.
Okay.
You don't even know, like, in Xenoblade 2 proper, if you start the game without knowing the pre-release stuff, you don't even know Mithra herself exists until partway through the game.
Okay.
Yeah. She did that because she was so powerful, she scared herself.
Okay.
So she made Pyra as a weaker version of herself.
Okay.
But yeah, so in Smash Bros, what it is you have a move that lets you switch between the two of them, and she's the fast one, and she's the strong one.
Okay.
That type of dynamic.
Okay.
Also, fun thing with Smash, it also kind of censored their character designs a bit to fit the E10 rating.
Yeah.
Because she did not have tights originally, and her top had a cleavage window. And she didn't have those tights that are on the thighs.
Yeah.
The Mithra one, I actually like this design more.
Okay.
The black tights work really well.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, then we've got... yes! Another fighting game protagonist, although I use the term protagonist loosely.
Okay.
He is very much an asshole.
Okay. No clue, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is Kazuya Mishima from Tekken. He is a formerly Japanese person. He renounced his nationality.
Okay.
Like and his humanity. Because see that glowing red eye there?
Yeah.
He has what's known as the devil gene.
Oh.
Which lets him turn into a devil person.
Interesting.
So he considers himself above humanity.
Ah.
So like the fun part with Tekken is first game he's the protagonist going to kill his father who is an asshole.
Okay.
And in the second game his son shows up to kill him because he's an asshole.
Okay.
And then that son becomes an asshole for him, but then bellows out.
Okay.
And Tekken 8, the most recent one, ends with his son actually defeating him.
Okay.
That the Mishima bloodline is just kind of fucked.
Okay.
And about the business suit, he is the leader of the Mishima Zaibatsu, which is basically like a business / Yakuza front. It's like a mixture of the two. He's a very powerful man in the world.
Okay. He's cute.
Yep, and he's also the final character.
Okay. Walt?
I find it funny you say that because you probably guessed that based on the keychain.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts it started off as a Final Fantasy Disney crossover.
Okay.
And then kind of just became its own thing as it went. It is honestly insane what the plot's like. I could have had more renders I could have put in here. Because he changes his design like every game.
Okay.
And they made each of those designs a skin with its own render.
Okay.
But I just kind of left it at the first game's design here.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was the final character added to Smash Ultimate, which made everybody happy because you have like one of the most iconic characters that started off as a crossover being put in as a final character of a crossover, and because of that, we never thought we'd get him.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
That is the only Disney rep in him, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, where do you see Donald and Goofy in like the stage and stuff? They aren't there.
Okay.
Ugh.
Wow. That's a lot of characters.
Yep. Yeah, it should be mentioned, like, them putting in, like, and, like, here's the fun part, like, all the characters that were in before Smash Ultimate was right about here.
Wow.
So, all the way back were all characters in previous games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just goes to show how big this series is.
It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah. But yeah, this was fun to do.
Yes, it was. It was. I guessed a few. I got a few done.
Yep.
I was close with a couple other just random guessos.
Yep.
Yep. So, yeah.
Like, I wasn't expecting you to get a high score. I just want to see how well you do.
Yeah. We probably should have kept a tally marks.
Oh, I'm going to be doing that in editing.
Okay, awesome. Let me know how I did. Out of 100, how did I do?
Yeah, well, It's more like 102, I think, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see what my percentage is. I'm gonna guess I got about 10 right. If that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. This was fun to do.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for including me.
Yeah.
This is fun.